As you can see, we got the thinking glasses on. And if you watch my channel before, you know what it means when I put on the thinking spectacles. This whole will I pick a bear over a man argument, I don't know who comes up with this stuff. Like I said, I honestly believe that some intelligence agency has decided to come up with this elaborate plan to put microphones and cameras and lights and soundboards in front of everyone's face and let them say anything and go out to the masses. Because some of the arguments, like I said, I'm doing these to trying to gain some clarity. So we about to check it out and we about to see what this whole I'm gonna pick a bear, a wow, like a killer beyond like if you even understand what a bear is able to do between swim, outswim you, outrun you, climb tree, like it is a you're not winning any encounter if you want to run into a bear unless you're like really trained and lucky and have a whole arsenal of weapons. But
On a date with a woman and she's independent. Sorry. You go on a date with a woman and she's independent. She takes care of herself. However, she would prefer to be a housewife, and she expresses that. How would you feel?
Oh, you go first, Andy. You the guest.
I mean, I'm from a generation where it was kind of like, if you a dude and you're on your game, in a way, that's what you expect. Like you're almost a little bit, and I'm from a different time, but you're almost a little bit like your woman has to work. Like, yo, what's wrong with you? Like if I'm somewhere, I'm on a plane or at a Cracker Barrel or any restaurant, and I see a really fine woman working, I'm like, wow, sweetheart, don't nobody love you? Like that's just a part of.
and we about to get into that too, because I thought about that, and I have so many pointers when it comes to that. He looks like an older gentleman. Things didn't cost 50, hundred thousands of dollars like it did when he was coming up. So economically, it doesn't even make sense. I don't know how much anybody makes, but I do understand that I see TikToks and I see videos of people saying they're struggling because things cost so much now in America. So what you're telling me is that, but the housing, the average price of a house is $400,000 now, and the only thing you can do and say to a man is, "I'm gonna live here for free and maybe wash some dishes and maybe lay on my back for you once or twice a week, maybe in exchange for free house, free healthcare, and free food in a struggling economy." I don't care what you get out of my face. I don't care what your grandmama did. I don't care what your grandfather did. A house back when they were growing up cost $1,000. Bread costs like 2 cents. Bread is like $10 now. I could be over exaggerated. Argument like this perspective makes no sense to me, and it'll never make sense to me in this type of dynamic in this world.
What it is for me. It's kind of like,
I think that's a
how I feel
Caribbean
about it.
culture too.
I feel like if you want, I would be embarrassed. Like
What do you shake? Why y'all shaking your head? Yeah, I want to be a parasite. Because that's what you are, a parasite. You latch onto a host and bleed him and suck him dry for whatever you can get out of him. It's not a wife. That's not a companion. That's a parasite.
it would shame me to my shoes, and it would make me be like, yo, I don't want gravity pulling on you. Like I'd rather you just. That's me though. That's the generation we came from. I think the younger generation is like the guys kind of want everything. We kind of didn't. We were like, if you're gonna be home, then that's good. But I have a different expectation of you. So that means I gotta do what I gotta do. I think the younger guys have been raised a bit more with the idea of, well, women are gonna have money and they're gonna make money and they're gonna bring stuff to the table and they're gonna have power too. And now they're looking for the dual incomes, et cetera, et cetera. So some of that has changed just as a result of the
Yeah, because economically, you can do more with 2 incomes. If you're going to buy a house, you get approved for a bigger loan with 2 incomes, not just one. Stop living your life. I'm not saying anybody watching doing it, but stop looking at these athletes and these entertainers and these rappers' lifestyles and say that that fits you. And no disrespect to anybody, but I just never mind, bro.
Expectation of the generations, but I
Because the
think that
economy.
Yeah, that too. That's
It's
another
too
thing
hard.
to think about as well.
no
You
doubt
need
about
two
it.
sources of income.
He's going to have to be
yeah.
above and beyond someone from your time. No disrespect.
No doubt. But what I'm saying is that I had to think about that too. So then I had to think about what I made. I also had to think about my investments. I had to think about what kind of car I was going to drive. I had to think about how I was going to save. I had to think about having real estate. I knew I couldn't do it just on my own. So I had to figure out, okay, how are all the ways that I'm going to do this? Because that was the standard that was set for me as a man in a sense. Now, no shade for people that are working together as a partnership. But if, I think that it is a gauntlet that's laid down, and I mean, you're more from that. What's your perspective on it? I'm curious about
Oh yeah, I agree with yours.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
okay.
35, man. Yeah, so my woman doesn't pay for anything at all. I'm the man of the house. I take care of the bills. She doesn't have to work. So if a woman came to me and said, "Hey, I want to be at home and stay at home mom," great, that's good. You aren't influenced by the feminism, independent boss babe. Perfect. So it just works better that way. Gender roles is a thing, and women need to know their role, and men need to know their role too. A nuclear family is the backbone of this country. Just that.
My role is not to build myself up to take care of another grown ass individual. That is not my role. Before he mentioned in another video that I did that he was Muslim or he wasn't Muslim and he believed in that. But whatever your belief is, Allah, Jesus, whatever, Buddha, whatever you believe in, you're not going to sit here and tell me that I was created solely for the purpose of taking care of another grown individual. The fuck out my face.
That's the facts. The nuclear family built the country, along with, hundreds of years ago with the slaves and stuff like that too. But the nuclear family pushed it forward, and this was before the 60s. So a man that's out there working and allowing, you got to think about it. If you're having kids, well, why would the woman work and the man work, and you allow someone else to instill behaviors and traits into your own kids at a young age?
No,
That's
I agree.
nonsense.
That's why I asked.
You should have the woman stay at home. Now, if the man is capable enough, he should take on that role, because that is his role, to protect them.
And I understand that. But that's when y'all have kids. When? You're not going to be in a relationship for 3 and 4 years taking care of a woman with the expectation that she's going to have a kid and stay at home. So don't move the goalposts. Don't move it. Because ain't no kids involved right now when y'all first get together. We're talking about relationships, the dynamic in relationships right now. You get with somebody, neither one of y'all have kids, you're talking about y'all couple, she is not working because you're supposed to take care of everything. So what is she laying at home doing all damn day? Ain't no kids there. Don't change it. It's different when a woman gets pregnant and now she cannot be at work. So of course, you take on everything. And then even after that, raising a kid, daycare is ridiculously expensive. So that is different. I completely understand that. But these women be talking about as soon as they get with a man, he gonna take care of everything. Y'all don't even have no kids together. I'm tired of this.
Them and to provide. If he isn't there yet, of course you can negotiate something where it's like, okay, you do this here. I think the man should still lead it. And once I get this business going on here, or I get this job or this raises income, then you're going to be back home. Like you said, the economy sucks right now and inflation is happening. Every man out there isn't going to be financially stable.
So what happens if this man gets sick and now there's no income coming in and you haven't been working? You haven't been working at all. What if he gets sick? Oh, I know what you're going to do. You're going to leave. And you're going to go talk to the next man because you're not really there for love. You're there because you're a parasite. That's why I say knock this off. Knock it off. It's raising my blood pressure.
Like myself and Andy. You may have to take a dude that maybe is going 50-50 with you. But if you can attract a man, it's all about what you can attract because you're all women and you advertise yourself and men approach. So if you have the ability to attract a more higher tier man, and of course tiers comes with morality, tiers comes with finances, tiers come with physique and a lot of things. But if we're talking about finances, if you can attract a man that is financially stable, then go ahead and take that. But the thing is, it's women that they like, I don't see these men. They're out there.
No, they are.
The little young girl was attracting them. The girl that came from the 2-family household and wasn't, traumatized by her ex-boyfriend. Well, she's attracting those men because she's more pure. She's more innocent. She has some innocence about her, and she's more capable of following a man's lead. So a man that built something and has something to his name, he wants someone to follow his lead, not someone to be in competition with. Usually men that are bringing value to the world, well, we want peace. So we want a woman to follow our lead and get on our program, not the other way around.
But what if the woman wants to build with you?
Totally fine. If the woman, is not a dictatorship.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's you compromise.
Yeah.
You speak about things, but the man is still the leader. So I would say that working for a woman.
That's another thing that I have an issue with. This leader and follower and leading, following, leading, following. If you guys are in a healthy relationship in a healthy household, the whole point is to come together to create something and understanding who's good at what. Maybe your girlfriend or wife is better at finances than you are. So yeah, she's better at saving and putting money to the side. Y'all working on that. What are y'all saving for? Y'all together, what if her credit is better than yours? But you have the down payment to put down on something. It's about coming together and combining your resources. 2 is always better than 1. I don't have this mentality that, you know what? Denzel Washington, my favorite actor, said it best on an interview. He said, I follow my wife. She's the brains. I follow her. And I couldn't believe that. I said, yo, this man is extremely successful. Top tier. You can't, you know what I mean? Don't talk to me about value. This man nominated awards, been acting for decades. $20 million movie. And he says he follows his wife. She probably sees and knows and has a perspective on things better than he can. He's acting. She's navigating the household. She raised the kids. And I took that and it was like, okay, he's not sitting there saying, oh, I make all this money. I'm the leader. Do it. He's like, yo, my wife is. I follow her. So this whole leader, follower, who's this, who's that, you have to find out what works for your household. Find out what works for your relationship. And you guys put that together and build.
Should be optional if the man is capable of providing that financial stability. If he isn't incapable, If he isn't capable of it, then it's like, all right, she got no choice but to work. As far as the woman having hobbies and things that she wants to do, if the man is providing that much comfortability for her, I mean, idle hands, Pastor, does the devil's work. So I think women shouldn't even just be not doing anything. They need to be doing something.
Well,
if you're
yeah.
not bearing children and taking care of children and teaching our children good things and instilling good things in them, well, then what else you gonna be doing? Sitting at home watching Hollywood Housewives, texting another dude, scrolling on Instagram, replying to some DMs. Idle hands does the devil's work. So that woman, if she's not bearing your kids,
And guess what? When you're paying all the bills, she'll probably be doing that anyway. Get your ass up and get a job. That's why I don't.
are taking 4 kids at home, she needs to be doing something. And that man needs to know this and give her some hobbies. Do this or help out with the business. I got this going on. Assist.
Teamwork.
I was gonna say
The
that.
teamwork makes the dream work. So if
Women-
you got a team and you, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not just because
I
when you're
said that last time.
right. Because when you're working
Because
for other
wife,
people,
you guys
wife
don't
is a
agree.
helpmate.
that's right.
You know, that's like our role. So like even when I date a guy, I feel like if you don't, I know it sounds weird, but I feel like if you don't tell me what position you need me to play, then I feel like I'm fucking useless. Oh, can I cuss? It's past 10 minutes. Right?
Oh, yeah, it's been past 10 minutes.
First cuss word. I feel like I'm useless, you know, because I'm like, why am I here?
Yeah.
Hello?
And that's what I was saying
Yeah.
downstairs. Like,
Yeah.
like I've been in relationships to where I was cooking, I was cleaning, I was doing the traditional things that a woman is supposed to do. But now,
Chose the wrong
That-
man.
Yeah.
and that
Exactly.
was my biggest issue, that I was doing these things for the wrong,
For the wrong
men.
man. Yep.
For the wrong men.
But I also
You
know,
'cause-
I know high value men too who are like, no, they don't have any problem.
And we need to stop. Okay, we going into 2025. I don't want to hear high value anymore. I've been hearing it for a couple years now, since what, 2021. That it makes my ears bleed. Like high value, low value. This like what? Gives me a headache. Like I said, the economy just needs to crash. Crash down and burn. Let's just start all over. No one has nothing. So now who's high value and low value? Huh? Who? Just crash it out. Everything.
With their woman working, they just don't want to be in competition with that. That's the thing. So it's kind of like, if I don't need your money, but you're doing something that's for real and that I believe in, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But I just don't want to be in competition with
Yeah.
it. I don't want to be last behind it. And I think that right now there's an expectation.
The woman needs to put the man first.
There's an
The
expectation.
man puts the career first.
I want
If it
alpha.
goes the
I've
other way
always said that.
around,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
going.
I want that alpha
But there's almost
type
a pressure.
of male. Yeah,
there's almost
always.
a pressure now
Yeah.
for guys to be okay with that. Like they're supposed to be second or third behind your career or whatever.
Yeah, no.
And I think the alpha dudes aren't down with that. But there are dudes who are completely, totally secure in what they are doing and who they are. They don't have no problems with your career as long as it doesn't come nigh them. As long as it doesn't affect them from getting the things that they feel like they need.
Yeah.
So
Merch plug. Hey, man. Hey, click the link in the description. We got the merch just dropped, man. You got to see the No Fugazi shirt. You got the logo right there. You see the God over man, man over woman, woman over children. That is the order of life. So, yeah, the man, he puts his career first, because by putting his career first, the woman and the family receives the benefit of it. When the woman puts her career first over the man, well, she should be taking care of them kids, and she should be putting her man first. So it's the order is all off balance.
Here's a question
Sure.
for you. And I was actually asked this before. How would you feel if the woman, like, if she was the breadwinner, like, would you be okay? Would you be okay with the woman being like the breadwinner and you just being like the stay-at-home husband?
I mean, me, myself, and I.
No, because as a man, you can't do that. As a man, you need to be active. Remember, we went over in the other video about men needing therapy. No, you need to be active. You need to be out doing something, working on your mental, working on your body. Focus. It always needs to be a goal. You just can't wake up and actually do nothing with your life as a man. That does not work. Number two, I've dated women who made more than me. There's nothing wrong with that. They were nurses. This one girl was the hell was her job? Anesthesiologist. She made bank paying for dates. You know? There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't be understand. It's like that's all up in here. Oh my God, she makes more than me. I'm not a man anymore. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Where y'all getting this from? Who's telling y'all this stuff? So you know how many people that you make in your life that's gonna make more than you? Does that stop you from being who you are? Oh, but this relationship is different now. Now you're not who you are because the person that you're with makes more than you, and I'm a man, and like, knock it off, knock it. Or like I said, I think a lot of these narratives are getting placed in people's minds, and it doesn't actually pertain to every single body. Like, these are broad statements, and it doesn't fit your individual life. I used to work with a dude. Matter of fact, bro, I used to work with a dude at the post office, and his wife made like 3 times more than him. He was chilling. He was like, yo, I buy my wife stuff, but she could buy it on her own. She still love me. I'm glad I remembered that. She made way more than him. I can't remember her job, but we was working at the post office. We wasn't making that much. He made more than me. He's working in longer. But he was like, bro, wow. And he was like, yo, we bought the house together. Me and her decided together that we didn't want kids. And I'm like, okay. Never affected his relationship. 2 cars, nice house, ridiculous savings. They on vacations every year. So please stop. Just be mindful.
Personally, I wouldn't even that ordeal wouldn't work. I'm so assertive and so ambitious that let's say if I met a woman that was out there working and doing things, like, you got to think about it. All human beings, besides if you're on OnlyFans, besides if you're selling your sexuality and making fast money, you need some type of skill that then builds character. Mm-hmm. So normally, to make $100,000 a year, only 20% of the population make that. Why do you think that is? Is because it's hard to do. Mm-hmm. You have to be assertive. You have to be you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable because you're in competition with other people and you're trying to outcompete them. Maybe it's for a law firm. Maybe it's for even going through school to get your bachelor's degree, to become a nurse, and things like that. You're competing with other individuals, and the people that outcompete people is only 20% of the population. The average salary is between $40,000 to $50,000 a year. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying that when a woman is making a whole lot of money, let's say she's making $500,000 a year, the honest way, I know that she had to build up some type of characteristics within herself. And I'm saying that I wouldn't even be attracted to those women anyway. Mm-hmm. That's just the facts of it. If she's not selling her sexuality and getting it the fast way, or if she's not like an actress and got it some type of way where it's not sexuality anyway. So when we look at it, it's like, well, the type of man I am, and if we're both doing honest work, it's going to be a higher probability that I'm going to be making more than a woman anyway. So
you just think that it's just more masculine if a woman's making more money?
No, it's not the. It's okay. How you make it. So in order to make money, you need to build character. Okay. Like to get I got my first $100,000 in the bank, not just making it, but in the bank. When I first seen the 100,000 out the 6 figures in the bank account, it took a lot of. I was in sales industry, so think about it. Most industries, you need to compete to make 100K or above that. So even if you're being most women are in nursing, but they make about $60,000 to $70,000, maybe $80,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you want to compete, guess what? You're going to go back and become a nurse practitioner. So guess what? That's going to take more classes for you to do. That's going to take more character is building. Now you got to be a little bit more assertive because you're asserting yourself. Mm-hmm. Now you got to be a little bit more non-agreeable because it's like, nah, forget about what everyone else is doing. I know what I'm doing. So you're building your character as the time continues. On your growth, you're building character. I'm just saying that the character that it takes to make a lot of money like that, usually are masculine characteristic traits when it's not a woman just getting fast money from sexualizing herself. And masculine men, we're not attracted to ourselves. We want a feminine woman. And usually feminine women, they're a little bit more docile, a little bit more agreeable. So the feminine women usually, in most cases, and there's always exceptions to the rule, but usually those aren't the boss babes out there, the career woman that's out there really going to get the bag to make like that much money. So, yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let's get to the super chats because they piling up and we got the big bowlers in here. We got Jose Rodriguez sends in $5. My man, you are part of the membership too. Appreciate you, bro. We got William Ray sends in $10. Ladies, would you rather be in the woods alone with a man or a bear? That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Would you rather be alone with a man or a bear?
Yeah. Good question. Let's start with you. Yeah, so I'll just repeat it real quick so everyone hears it. Ladies, would you rather be in the woods?
Hey, this video has been going on a little longer, so I'm gonna do it in 2. So I'm gonna chop it here. I'm gonna see you on the next one, and then we're gonna get into this actual question because I thought they was gonna ask this question first, and I ended up going on a little rant, but it's all good. Let me know what y'all think. Am I wrong? Go ahead, call me in the comments. Oh, Dollar, you just broke. You just broke. That's why you want to pay somebody's bills. I'll take that. I don't care. I keep my money for myself. I could afford my car. I could afford my apartment. I could afford my snacks and my hookah. You know? So, but yeah, if y'all say, yo, you stupid, you know what you're talking about, you ain't met a real woman, or you're not a real man, go ahead. Let me know what you got to say in the comments, and I definitely will respond because I think, I know I'm right. Peace.